others. The Strait of Hormuz, announced as completely open by Donald Trump yesterday, remains closed, with vessels that tried to move through the choke point fired on or turned around. Iran says the US is not negotiating in good faith and that the Islamic Republic is simply defending itself.
Simple matters of negotiation, according to the US president.
It's working out very well. They got a little cute as they have been doing for 47 years.
If control of the Strait of Hormuz is an open and shut matter, the US says open, Iran says shut.
We are still not there yet.
As he declared the strait completely open yesterday, the US president also said the US would continue to blockade vessels bound for Iran's ports. A foolish and ignorant decision, says Iran, calling the blockade a siege and ceasefire violation.
Iranian gunboats fired upon two vessels today. President Macron said that
Stranded vessels tried to push through after being told the waterway was clear, but tracking shows many were turned around.
And they can't blackmail us.
But they claim it is the US holding Iran to ransom, and that there's no point returning to further negotiations until the US Navy pulls back.
We are defending. This was not our choice. This war was not our choice.
Also caught in the broader conflict without a say in it, residents of Lebanon who jammed roads back to Beirut on word of a 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah. The enemy is treacherous and can't be trusted, says Ahmad, returning to what's left of his neighbourhood. They say one thing and do the opposite. We can only be patient. In a statement, Hezbollah says it has no faith in Israel holding up their end of the deal. The resistance will remain in the field and their hands on triggers, and they will respond to the enemy's attacks. The UN has condemned recent attacks on medics in southern Lebanon, while Hezbollah has been accused of involvement in a firefight that killed a French peacekeeper.
Well, it's enough is all.
David should know he's lived near the border since 1948, when the State of Israel was established. War has effectively raged on his doorstep ever since. While the current ceasefire offers hope, with Israeli forces holding territory inside their neighbours' borders and planning to defend it, there have already been clashes that threaten the agreement.
Yes, it's much better than on the constant bombing.
Donald Trump has invited the leaders of both nations to the White House for peace talks. Neither has accepted the offer. Chris Candy, 10 News.
More on how our government is reacting to the closure. Chloe, what's the Defence Minister had to say today?
a disappointing development is how Richard Marles is describing it. He says he won't second-guess the United States' decision to block ships at Iranian ports, but didn't express support for the action either, urging the US and Iran to pursue every diplomatic avenue to secure a permanent ceasefire. The federal government's now weighing up how it can help secure the Strait of Hormuz when it does open. Following a world leaders' phone hookup on Friday, Australia will join a military planning conference in London this week to flesh out what international support could look like, potentially intelligence sharing or military escorts. The Defence Minister was very careful not to speculate what requests would be considered amid criticism from President Donald Trump for not supporting the US in the Strait of Hormuz. Australia is willing to help in this international effort led by the UK and France to keep the critical shipping route open.
Chloe Burris live from Canberra. Thank you very much for the update.